Hello, I am ParadoxMaster1819. We're back here again. We're not doing the talking bit yet. We need to speak to certain people. I want to try and trigger
Liam's idea about watching vids together.
this.
Movie night? He delayed again, out of respect for Reika.
Good. From what I've seen, your vids are flat. They're only seen and heard. Angara vids use tiny electrodermal signals. You feel it through your skin. I spoke to Gil. We have time to rig up a system to mimic it, if we can acquire the right components.
We're going to do this because it's hilarious. I know I've spoiled it already, but I may add this in before I say about it.
That sounds amazing. Let's do it.
The components we need should be sold on Aya. Let's be vigilant.
Yes, I know I'm recording more when I should be doing this.
Maybe Helios flora is more edible now, with Meridian active.
Not again.
I've seen reports of floral mare stems and plants that didn't have them before. This could be it.
If you do try them, make sure it's not before a long shift this time.
See, I like the fact I can still trigger missions even though the actual main story is done. But you're going to have an interesting time. I'm also uploading at the same time as doing this, so if there's any jitteriness in the recording, it's because my recording software is going toe to toe with YouTube trying to upload, and YouTube usually takes priority by draining every sap of RAM that I have. One moment. That one. So I've got to go speak to Joel, then Lexi, then Liam. Spoke to Joel, doing his bit now. So this is probably going to be 87. That means 88, 89 and 90 will probably be doing the Codex stuff. I'm writing all this down, by the way, so if you can hear it, it's me writing on a piece of paper. So, at this time, 80, 81, 82 and 83 should have been uploaded. Low rendering of the door. There we go.
Hey, you.
Indulge in a little luxury. Fresh from the vine.
I really wonder what would have happened if we hadn't found Aya. The people here have been so generous, and honestly, they didn't need to be.
I'm certainly thankful they didn't gun us all down. After the cat, I wouldn't blame them.
Now it's up to us not to betray that trust, I suppose.
We're still good.
Special item, it looks like one of those DVR ports. Not DVR, DV something or other. I don't know what it's called. I'm not technologically minded. I know what I'm doing. Just depends on the subject. You want to talk to me about space travel? I'm all ears. You want to talk to me about computers? I've fucking no clue. As in, I'm like a fucking sieve. Full of holes.
Pursuit was looking for you.
Oh, what a surprise. I'm looking for her.
What will the Angara do now? And the Resistance?
The fight goes on. We have to secure Kitasira and other territories. There are still questions.
But Jardan may be the only ones with the answers.
Not the answers we determine for ourselves. Hell yeah.
Right, let's go and grab Lexi's first before I go and give it in. And gravitate towards. So bad. At least have the character walk there.
Ready for more tests?
Not again. Lexi, I'm fine.
Sit now, and I'll skip the blood work. Have you experienced any muscle spasms? Nosebleeds? Memory loss?
No, but I feel a headache coming on.
Ha ha.
Comments like that used to get a rise out of you.
I know you too well now. Inhale. Exhale. You should know. Professor Hirik approached me about a transfer to the Nexus. Apparently my research on Ket anatomy has been useful to the militia.
Guess I'll be telling my next doctor about my abandonment issues.
I declined.
Wow.
Really?
Didn't have a choice. No other doctor in the initiative would take you.
I'm flattered.
I'm lucky to have you here.
Yes, you are. But I'm pretty lucky too. Yes?
Ah,
I'll
let's
let
have
you
to
get
hand
back
that
to
one
it.
in first. Okay.
I'll be here if you need me.
Yeah. Sorry. Eaten before I did this. See, there's only 3 decks, but it's still kind of a pain in the ass that you have to walk around.
Ah, you acquired the components?
Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. If, when we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavetara, the Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit already.
It's such a sap. It's hilarious, but it's also very, very heartfelt. Oh, it's so much quicker. Why did I not do that before? Lexi, let me talk to you.
I hear Liam's planning to show some vids.
If our duties ever give us time.
Explains why Drac and PB are distilling something unsavory.
Duty.
Screw up the measurements and bathtub hooch can leave you blind, or worse. We can do better.
Better how?
An Asari liquor called Acantha. They used to run these wonderful black and white ads. There might be a bottle on the Nexus. It wouldn't be too expensive, I'm sure. Let me know if you find it.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Movie night. Let's get some proper good alcohol. Apparently, because Lexi likes a tipple. She doesn't do the whole emergency induction port thing from the first series. There we go. Wondering why the door wasn't opening. Movie night plans. Oh, right, okay, so if I'd have gone through the proper channels and done it properly, you know, before I actually went to Meridian, I'd have got that. Got that mission. Sorry, my voice just went. If I don't upload it all today, it'll be uploaded tomorrow. Or next Saturday. Just to spread it out a little bit more. So you don't get it all in one go. Missed that completely. Let's not have YouTube on your phone ready to play something. So for power in the Nexus, they use the redesigned tantalum drive cores. I was right. It's just the static discharge they have to get rid of. Oh. Yes. So this is episode 87. Wait. Oh, I have to go back to the Tempest.
Can I help you with anything?
Yes, I'm looking to buy some alcohol. Like that. Back to the Tempest. Hodgeford. Episode 82 has been uploaded. 88, 82, 83. There's a very slight lag with my recording equipment. One moment. Episode 84 is about to go live, so I think I can get away with slipping this in between episode, I would say, 85 and 86. Possibly. Don't know yet.
But if you think about it...
Shut up, man. I'll speak to you after I've done this anyway.
One bottle of Acantha, barely opened.
It's medicinal, you understand. Cuts down hangovers, which will save PB and Drax some grief.
Of course.
Thank you, Ryder. Would you ask Liam when we're doing this? I've got a couple of things to finish up.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I say, let's enjoy a few movies. And everyone else says, no, let's have an extravaganza with all the trimmings.
You're complaining?
No. Well, maybe, because now I need to do it all justice. You got me a decent library, but I heard someone has a director's cut of Last of the Legion, the banned version, remastered, no crappy extras added for the Hannah.
And you want me to look for it?
It'd be the gold-dusted cherry on your sundae. In the meantime, I'll get things set. We're more than ready for a night in.
I'm slightly Wild Goose Chase. This goose being a movie. Now, when we came into dock, we came in from, obviously, this way, and had both of those on either side, which means we probably came in from here and around, but yeah. New Vulcan system. I'm either going to slot this in or add it on. If this thing gets to about 20, 30, 20, 25 minutes, I might just add it on to something or use it as its own. Don't know yet. We'll find out when we've done it. Which means if it goes over 25 minutes, I shall add on to it the start of or starting of reading the Codex and the journey so far.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Which I'll probably continue with afterwards. So, got up to 86. This is 87. Movie night. And I found out what that word was. Encryption. For some reason my brain just went completely blank.
How's it going?
Better before you started talking. Fucking television so loud I could fucking hear it beer. In and out of the Tempest. Ah, you don't mind. You're just here for me. We should be here for the game, not just me. The game is the reason I play it, after all. I have shite on my computer screen that I keep thinking is birds in the background. Meow.
Welcome back.
Before we back into the wall again and merge through it.
Last of the Legion. This is what you wanted, right?
Wait, you actually found it? That version's practically a myth. I'll tell everyone to grab food. Jarl and Gil said they can rig something up in your quarters. If you need a minute to clean up, no problem. Just hit the console when you're good to go.
Oh yes, it's movie night. I'm gonna go through this strike mission. Just the one, possibly. 38%, still less than 0. Hang on. I'm not done yet. There we go. Now I'm done. All the credits. Your credit to the service. See, I do a joke every time. It's terrible. It really is. Oh, I didn't get all of them. I'm missing 2, 3, 4, I think. No, that's a shame. Let's do the movie night.
They need you, Jorax. I know you left the Legion. I never left the Legion. It left me. But I know my duty.
Alright folks, we can sit through a training montage with what many critics describe as excessive Turian flexing.
No such thing. There really is.
Or we can fast forward to a ship crashing into an asteroid crashing into a moon.
Fast forward to the crash. Nah, montage. Don't cut bits out.
I'd go for the crash.
Forwarding to the action scene, going once, going twice.
Skip to the good stuff, Liam.
Boo!
But it's vacuum. The ship explosion would be silent.
I hope that's not the voice of experience talking.
Guess they wanted their money's worth. They actually blew up a derelict for that shot.
Too bad the script wasn't caught in the blast.
Indeed.
My strike team will hit the enemy cruiser, General. Force is the only thing fanatics understand.
Why a strike team? Torpedo the cruiser!
That's overkill. Get one engineer aboard, cut life support and engines, problem solved.
And leave them stuck on a hostile ship? One torpedo, over by lunch.
I think Vetra's supposed to be sat next to me, not behind me.
I think a charm offensive might be more rewarding.
Yes.
Classic irresistible hero. Pretend to be captured.
Beat up armor, enticing scars, soulful eyes.
Yeah. The old dinner and drinks to show off my villainy. They get cozy.
And then strike. Or not. Why spoil the evening?
Speaking of, time for another round. Anyone for a Varen's Jaw? Or a euphemistically delicious?
Wait, lesson.
He was a sidekick. They die like goldfish.
No acting like overacting. Even Ryder could do better.
If I wanted to.
Ha, now you have to do it. Come on, show us. I'll be dead for you.
Okay.
I'm going to be quiet because I'm going to keep laughing.
It isn't fair! He was so young and Solarian! He had so much to give!
Oh, Ryder. I can't feel my gallbladder.
Do you even have a gallbladder?
Oh no, it's worse than I thought. Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm just fucking dying here.
No! Damn you! Damn you all!
Fucking hell, I'm crying, is that hilarious? Oh, okay now.
Let's stick with the overacting Turian.
Yes, let's. Because I'm gonna fucking die with seat for now.
I swear to love you 1,000 times, 1,000 stars.
Oh, Jorax. So many years lost. We were so foolish. Our hearts are one. No enemy fleet, no sea of stars can ever separate us again.
Such a lovely couple. Baby fell asleep. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was movie night. You see why I wanted to do it now? Because it's fucking hilarious. Oh, cool, we've got a Tempest model. Well, that... I thought we already had that. Okay. Right. Now that that is over and done with, we are going to go... In fact, yes, we're going to be in the galaxy map. Or at least somewhere nice that, you know, we can sort of end the video on.
So, what's next for you guys? What's the next big adventure?
New to Junka. Maybe stick with Ryder. Gotta keep working or I'll die of boredom.
For me, I guess being a dad.
You're gonna be great. Trust me. And if you need any tips... if you need any tips, don't go to PB. What can I do for you, Pathfinder?
Okay, can't speak to her anymore. There's nothing else.
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Oh my god, I'm so disgusting. Right, very well. Shall give you a galaxy of stars. Right, we shall read the journey so far first, which is basically just a recap of everything that's gone on. And then as you can see, now that we are level 60, okay, no, we got to 76 last time. Lots of things happening there. Combat tools and sniper rifles maxed out. We are going to go to the Codex and read the journey so far. Finding a home. Okay, I guess we're going to have to start from the beginning. First contact with the Angara. You secured the trust of the Angara by proving yourself an ally on both Vold and Haval. You proved yourself an ally to the Angara by supporting the research efforts on Haval. You proved yourself an ally to the Angara by aiding their fight against the Ket on Vold. Oh, they're not all in. Oh, they're all in the way I did them. Oh, okay. The battle for Meridian. With the help of your brother and countless allies, you successfully defeated the Archon and his forces. The combined efforts of your fellow Pathfinders and Captain Nozomi Dunn ensured the safe landing of the Hyperion. The ship, as Port Meridian, is now a permanent home for the Initiative. The Nexus Council. You chose Moshae Sefer to serve as interim ambassador for the Nexus. This pleased some, but was not consolidation of influence that Director Tan was looking for. Well, Director Tan is a twat and he can fuck off. Eos, first outpost. You explored and reactivated a mysterious alien vault apparently designed for terraforming, bringing the hope of new life back to Eos. Despite the potential Ket threat, you guided the outpost on Eos on a mission of peaceful scientific exploration of the Helios cluster. A traitor on Kadara Port, you made a deal with Sloane Kelly to get the information you needed from Ven Terev before his public execution in Kadara. Crisis on Habitat 7. During your trial by fire in Habitat 7, you tried to initiate peaceful first contact with the Ket despite the hostility, explored an alien laboratory, found a cave full of plant life that survived from the planet's Golden World era, discovered alien shuttlecraft of unknown origin, rescued Greer from his captors, and accepted the role of Pathfinder. The Moshae's rescue. You saved Moshae Sefer but angered her by refusing to destroy the Ket exaltation facility. Jarl approved of your decision, hoping the Resistance can one day rescue the innocent Angara still trapped inside. You made sure the Ket Cardinal in charge of the exaltation facility did not survive meeting you. We shot him in the back. A Jordan discovery. You learned that the Angara are the result of genetic engineering by ancient aliens called the Jordan. It remains to be seen what impact this knowledge will have on Angaran society. Battle on the Archon's flagship. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to read these in order of me unlocking them, which would make more sense, but instead it's done it the other way around. I don't really mind, I'm still reading them. You saved the Krogan trapped aboard the Archon's flagship, but only by leaving Solarian Pathfinder Eureka behind. A crew like no other. Nakmor Drak. After earning Nakmor Drak's respect on Eos, he agreed to join your squad. The Tempest is a little cosy for a Krogan, but the old-timer's made himself comfortable. When not regaling the crew with stories, he hangs out in the galley, tinkering with his guns. Drak was one of many Krogan woken from stasis to help put down a mutiny on the Nexus. When the Krogan weren't given the authority they were promised, his people left to settle Helios their own way. Drak's granddaughter Kesh stayed on the Nexus. You might say she's keeping them honest. A mid-level politician named William Spender was the one who talked the Krogan into putting down the Nexus mutiny under false pretenses. Drak and Kesh both suspect suspenders. No. Drak and Kesh both suspect Spenders connected to exiles but can't prove it. They asked you to help investigate. In a hard-fought battle on the Verican, you impressed Drak by putting the lives of his fellow Krogan ahead of the Solarian Pathfinder, but you truly earned his friendship after helping him recover a Krogan transport carrying seeds essential for his colony's future. Drak killed the smuggler known as Arione in retaliation for his crimes against the Krogan, but only after you gave the okay. After helping Drak secure the stolen seed vault, the two of you decided to let off a little steam. After a rousing round of fire-breathing Thresher balls of doom and one hell of a Kadara bar fight, you and Drak have a bond nothing can extinguish. Saving the galaxy from the Archon has given Drak a new sense of purpose. What's more, Drak revealed that he's going to be a great grandfather. After so much struggle and strife, the Krogan may actually have reason to be optimistic about their future in Andromeda. Cora. You and Cora have become confidants, as well as colleagues. She's clearly glad to have you as a friend. You and Cora have become close after the events on Ark Lucinia, and at which point you can then romance her. After that, you persuaded the Asari to replace Ceres Theris with her second, the less experienced Vidaria Damali, as Asari Pathfinder. Challenging her hero in public has clearly been painful for Cora. My God, it's fucking irritating trying to speak. Since your gardening trip to Eos, Cora is much calmer and more optimistic about her future. Even if it doesn't involve being a Pathfinder, she's ready to move forward. With your mission to find Meridian a success, Cora remains ready and willing to face the next adventure. You and Cora have the utmost trust and respect for each other and make a strong team. Callow Jath. Callow trusts you as both the Tempest commander and as a personal friend. Tensions between Callow and Gil Brody have come to a head. Despite their differences, Gil and Callow have finally found a way to collaborate on improving the Tempest. Liam Costa. You and Liam have been through a lot together. His methods sometimes invite risk, but you generally agree. And Liam thinks rescuing his contact Varand went a long way to making Pathfinder mean something for everyone in Helios, not just the initiative. You've really helped Liam find his niche, and it's clear he'd do anything for you or the initiative. His particular brand of diplomacy continues to be an asset. Lexi DePero. Our Doctor. Lexi has found her true calling as the Tempest Doctor. The danger and pressure that first made her nervous now excites her, and she feels she does her best work as part of your team. While Lexi might tease you about how much trouble you cause her, it is clear she has developed a real affection for you and the Tempest crew, even BB, and a specific interest in one Nakmor Drak. Oh no, I'll read Giles first. I don't want to read PB's. No, fuck it, I'll just read it down. I'll leave Vetras till last. You and PB have become closer, but you opted not to start a sexual relationship with her. She's an Asari. I've already seen Asari, but thank you. Helping PB pursue her interests and resolve a painful chapter in her past has created a solid bond of trust. In order to acquire the mysterious remnant device, you stopped PB from saving her vexing former friend, Kalinda. PB has wholeheartedly embraced her place on the Tempest and your team. She's become a trusted teammate and inseparable friend who would rather explore the galaxy's mysteries with you by her side. Jal Amar Derev. Jal appreciates the time you spent with him, learning about him and his people. He is also incredibly grateful for the part you played in rescuing the Moshai. He really likes that you took his advice in the Ket facility, and Gara don't hide their feelings. Your friendship will grow. After your harrowing escape experience with the Rokar, you and Jarl have established a strong bond. You listened to Jarl when he asked you not to kill Aksul, no matter what. He's moved by the faith and trust that you find in him, and the foundations of your friendship will grow stronger. Though you started as strangers, Jarl has become one of your closest friends in the Helios cluster. He values the way you helped make the Tempest and the team feel like a home and family. He credits you for helping him find a purpose and a place to belong. Gulp. One moment. Just gonna have a small water break. Right. Suvi Anwar. Suvi Anwar is Tempest's resident science officer. She works closely with the research team on the Nexus, analysing the data you and Sam collect in the field. While chatting, Suvi revealed herself to be a spiritual person. You expressed your own similar feelings on the matter. Suvi appreciated finding someone of like mind. You and Suvi have also spent some time talking about your respective families. Suvi's parents were both academics and inspired her to begin her journey in science. It's clear Suvi misses her family and occasionally experiences deep regret at having left them to pursue adventure. Talking it out seems to help, but she finds your chats uplifting. Suvi considers you a true friend, and you know this friendship will only grow in the years to come. Gil Brody. You've left Gil to his job, taking care of the Tempest systems, which seems to keep him busy. You and Gil have bonded outside work and are developing a friendship. You cheated in the poker game using Sam to win, but you confessed to Gil and he laughed it off. You and Gil are forging a close bond, and is confiding in you he's confiding in you and exploring major life issues. Deepening the bond between you, Gil has introduced you to his best friend, Jill. You spotted Gil's decision to have a child with his platonic friend, Jill. It's Gil and Jill. That's fucking irritating. Two of you developed the kind of strong, tight friendship that can withstand anything. And Vetra. Vetra has Vetra Nix. Vetra likes to describe herself as someone who gets things done. She seems very committed to your mission and the Pathfinder's team's success. The fact that she brought her sister Sid with her to Andromeda might have something to do with her dedication. She confided in you that when Sid and Vetra's father abandoned them, she had to raise Sid alone. Her life has been spent keeping her sister safe and giving her the best life possible. In the circumstances, if the initiative fails, Vetra will have failed Sid. She refuses to accept that outcome. Holy crap, it's warm. Turns out Sid's not content in just sitting around letting Vetra do all the work. Inspired by Vetra, Sid's taken it upon herself to help build the home she wants to see, with unforeseen consequences. Vetra has had to come to terms with the reality of her sister growing up, and learning that she can no longer be responsible for protecting Sid from everything. The best she can do is offer guidance, what Sid needs most. Her recent successes against the Ket With your recent successes against the Ket, Vetra has really begun to believe that despite all that's come before, you have a chance to make it in Helios. You spent a quiet moment together on a cliff on Kadara, and you and Vetra expressed your feelings for each other. The odds always seemed stacked against you in Helios, but you've defied them. Found success as Pathfinder, and now love. For Vetra, who's lived a difficult life, it means having someone else to lean on for support, something worth crossing galaxies for. Aww. An agent of change. A new path. You convinced former Spectre Avitus Rix to take up the mantle of Turian Pathfinder and lead his people in the settlement of the Helios cluster. A devil's bargain. You followed Ceylon's advice and your own sense of justice, arresting Dr. Aiden, even though it meant losing tactical intel on the Ket. The first generation. You secured Dr. Zoe Jean Kennedy and her son, the first human child born in Andromeda. You are confident that the young family will be safe and sound on Prodromos. I may actually go and see them if I can. A punishment to fit the crime. After proving that William Spender was conspiring with Nexus mutineers, you sent the Assistant Director of Colonial Affairs to jail, knowing he'd never survive life on the run from his former associates. The Primus' offer. You made a deal with the Ket Primus for a kill code to use against the Archon's forces. You took the opportunity to weaken the Archon's position during the Battle of Meridian. It is yet to be determined how this deal with the Devil will play out. Ryder. Ongoing psychological profile, Pathfinder Ryder. From the files of Tempest physician and psychologist Dr. Lexi DePero, Ryder have completed a more thorough evaluation. For now, this is what I'm delivering to Pathfinder HQ. I may send you updates later if applicable. You exhibit heart and sympathy in many situations. Also, the passion that you would bring to your role as Pathfinder does not go unnoticed by those who work alongside you. In fact, it may be a key component in drawing others to you. However, I would say that all this is completely in line with your tendency to act impulsively in many situations, to go with your gut rather than pause and wait for more information. Perhaps you should know that you are more impulsive in the field that you are with your affection, whatever that means. We can keep that between us. I would add, you're quick to use warmth and humour in many situations. Your casual and open nature is welcomed by much of the team. I would note, however, that your tendency towards sarcasm has been mentioned to me by Initiative Hierarchy and Director Dan in particular. This shouldn't be seen as a problem, but rather as an indication of a unique take on survival and success. The ties that bind. You still mourn the loss of your father Alec, a man you loved and respected. You hope you'd have made him proud as Pathfinder. You visited your brother Scott while he was still in a coma. You were honest with your brother and told him Dad was killed on Habitat 7. You lied to Scott and told him home had been found. By unlocking your father's memories through Sam, you discover that your mother Ellen is still alive and in stasis aboard the Iberian. You also discover the truth about the Reaper threat to the Milky Way. Tie-in! That door keeps opening and closing and it's pissing me off. Power play for Kadara Port. You helped Sloane Kelly remain in power at Kadara Port, forcing Rose Vidal into exile. Sloane still refuses to rejoin the Nexus, but at least she's less hostile towards you. An ancient mind. You obeyed the wishes of the ancient Angaran AI on Vold and destroyed it. Krogan exiles. By giving the Remnant Drive Corps to Morda and the Krogan colony, you convinced them to rejoin the initiative. We have an outpost on Eladon thanks to your bold choice. Fueling exploration. You drove the outlaws of H047C and off H047C and secured enough helium-3 fuel to keep Nexus shuttles flying for the next 3 centuries. And with that, before we start the next one, I will say I am Paradox Master 1819. This has been Mass Effect Andromeda. Be nice to your fellow humans. Goodbye.